things that I select are just random items that I've come across while I'm surfing the interwebs. Because who reads anymore? Huh. I spend all my time reading on Facebook, on YouTube, Facebook, going down rabbit holes. Oh, it's so much fun. I'm gonna lose half my life to rabbit holes. I'm trying to fix that habit, but you probably know, since you're on YouTube right now, that it's not always that easy. So as usual, I'm starting with the edges. I'm a little dubious with this one because I want to make it darker underneath already, I know, and I'm probably going to end up erasing this. I really enjoy making these drawings. I've been getting into it more and more as I do them. But I will tell you, my setup is totally jank. 100%. I have changed it around many, many times, trying to get it perfect. I'm always knocking my feet on stuff and making everything wobble, and finally figured out the camera thing. As if you watched one of the last videos, most recent videos to this, so that's good. Little wins. These days it's all about little wins. It's about doing bigger things on a small scale. Think globally, act locally, right? Remember that? Probably came out around the same time as Coexist, which is a wonderful sentiment. Well, it's a starting point. Let's see how I can get this to make sense. Alright, so what I'm going to try to do here is make it look like there's, what this is a shaving brush. And what I want to do is make this look like it's got one of those ceramic like little details on the top of this that goes up a little bit. It might end up looking a little flat, but let's see what I can do. Sometimes you just accept what happens and move on. In other words, my intention might have been to make it look round, but if it ends up looking flat, then so what? It ends up looking flat. And of course, this is all without any reference. And it's all for fun. So I think here, to make this look like it's curving downwards, you want the highlight to stay on the top. And then pull this down. I think I might have done it. I wonder how many men use shaving brushes anymore. I know there's all these trends to get back to basics, and I really like that. But it seems to me that it would be quite a hassle if I were a guy and didn't have a beard and shaved every morning. It'd be kind of a hassle to use a shaving brush, especially when I don't have to, and I could just use a razor or well, at least you'd still be using a razor, using like an electric razor or something. I don't know. Anybody want to chime in? Let me know what your thoughts are on that in the comments. I've been getting back to basics with my food. I have been making a lot of my own stuff. I make my own bread. I make my own kombucha. I make my own ghee. Learning how to make these things is really fun. And it's kind of empowering to try it and discover that, oh my gosh, I have the power. Power to make this stuff instead of buying it at the store. Isn't that cool? And I'll tell you what, fresh bread right out of the oven, still warm, with a whole bunch of butter slopped on it. Oh my gosh, so good. You can make your own pizza crust, and my family's been making a lot of pizzas lately, so that's been really fun for us to do together. Compare pizza crusts, exchange recipes. Alright. Starting to look like something. You're right, I didn't do all the outlines before I started coming to this. Sometimes when I draw, I have a question mark and I kind of want to try. That's how I roll. Just want to try this. I just want to try this and see what happens. It's definitely how I roll. That's pretty much my MO. Just gonna try this and see what happens. I think if I do this, it'll work. And then I'll do it and I'll be like, oh my god, it worked. And then the rest of it is, all right, now I can get to business with rest of it. And we're doing more of the layers. In other words, what's under what, what's in front of what. And on this, and I can correct that bump right here. Under this wood part up on the top, it's going to curl under, so it's going to be protruding, and it's going to be, the brushes are going to be, bristles are going to be underneath. They're going to be underneath. So that's what I'm establishing here. Well, I'm accomplishing my goal. At least I know that it's under. It is a little too dark, though. And then once you start getting into the light parts and you know that the darks are fading off somewhere in the middle, depending on your imagined light, start to create your negative space where the highlight would go. So I'm thinking the highlight's going to go here. So I'm just going to softly leave it alone. And then that's going to help me to define the highlights on the whole thing. Crease down here, it's probably going to get a little bit of shadow, and then go back into light there. And then we're going to go to the center of the darks, start to fill that in, start to fill in that, and when I was in college, I had a job during the summer, a part-time job in the summer between semesters at Caswell-Massey in, it was Herald Square. That's where Macy's was. That's where their flagship store was. And I was on the floor. I did a lot of retail when I was a young lass. And I was one of the little greeters. Hi, if there's anything I can help you with, let me know. I'm so glad I don't do that anymore. But it was fun. It smelled so good in there. Oh my God. You know, you walk into Bed Bath & Beyond, not Bed Bath, Body Works or something like that, and you're like, oh my God, it smells so good in here. It smelled like that. Caswell-Massey was their competitor was Crabtree and Evelyn. So yeah, and that was a store that would have these shaving brushes. You would kind of old-timey. I think it's a little bit more popular now, but back then it was like you had to go to a specialty shop to find these things, or an antique store. So we sold them I just thought they were really neat. Even if it's just to have in your bathroom. Like, I do have a bottle of mouthwash. I don't really use mouthwash. I didn't grow up using mouthwash. We don't. But I have a bottle of mouthwash that I keep in my cabinet because it's pretty. It's cool looking. It just stays there. I don't use it. It's got that cool packaging. Really nice label. Like Watson's or something. Somebody gave it to me. I'm like, this is cool. This is really cool looking. So we're following the general light that I've established up in this top part. My pencil is being a little errant today. And I do like using simple tools like mechanical pencil because I am a firm believer, I probably could change my mind, but I'm a firm believer that it's not about the tool, it's about how you use it. And that could apply to many, many things in life. So what's happening here at the top is I'm not touching it because this top part of the porcelain is supposed to pop up over, like have a little dome. So there wouldn't be, I'm kind of helping that be established by not putting a shadow on it. And I think what else I could do is probably give it a little bit more round right here. Yeah, we'll see. So let's do this. Because they're bristles, and why not go in the shape of a bristle? My highlights. I guess this is going to be a little bit of a longer one. Maybe I'll cut out some of the boring parts. I just posted my first time lapse. That's the leopard. If you go to my library of videos, you'll see one for leopard, and that is a 3.5 hour drawing squeezed into 10 minutes. And there's no talking. So check that out. And if you like it, hit the like button. And if you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe. Really appreciate your support. And pass them along. If you think there's someone you know who could enjoy these, tell them about it. Could be very soothing for anxiety. Then again, it might be too tedious for some people. There's always that. everybody's got their thing. And I'm just gonna give it a little detail because I'm gonna wrap this up. I could keep doing this for another bunch of hours, but the idea is just to kind of watch me shade and not get too wrapped up in what exactly is going on. It's just like I could just do a circle as long as you're enjoying just zoning out after a day of errands or meetings, Zoom meetings. You could just be like, I don't want to think anymore. Well, I'm here for you. I'm here to help you not think. Just watch me draw a shaving brush. Yeah. And I was going to erase that shadow, but I think instead I'm going to let this sit on something. Is that going to work out the way I want it to? I think every artist knows that there's a point where you know you could keep working on it, but you have to just say, you know what, this piece is done. So I'm going to declare this piece Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.